Starting the stream. Get the link sent out to peoples. One for Foxy, one for Floof. Bone Boyo, welcome, welcome. That should be everyone. How's it going, bud? Not bad. Figured it was Tuesday night. No one else would be going live, so I'd give some people some entertainment by watching me struggle with Tahr. Or 7. You know, I've said from the start, there's something very attractive about the golden Tahr. If I had to spawn any, it would absolutely be the gold Tahr. But to be fair, unlike some great ones, I legitimately do not hate any of the Tahr prototypes. I'd be very happy with any of them. But the golden would be and is number one. I think the one that I would be least happy with is the skull, just because it's it's a little bit out there. But like, I'm not gonna complain. Let me see, let me see. I've been finding like 1700 onwards is pretty good for Tahr, but I'm trying to hit them across multiple feed times. Okay, there's a shooter. What are you grinding, man? I genuinely think mule deer are the great one that I'm never going to attempt. I just don't like them. Which is annoying. Because I really want more rare mule deer. Like, I really like hunting mule deer. I just don't want to risk grinding for a rare only to end up with a great one. Is that at level 2 or have new meals come in? Like, because the same happened with my wild boar, right? My boar grind exists to get me an albino boar. It spawned a fabled ash in 50 kills and hasn't given me anything since. See, I'm almost certain that's at level 2. I want to get every great one before I can mess around with weird maps and stuff. That's fair. Certain great ones I don't care for. Like, I've never been a whitetail guy, so like I'm never going to attempt a whitetail grind. That might be the weirdest vital shot I've ever made. You motherfucker! What's up, bear bitch? Spider, I don't have enough tentacles to pull that off. Bubbles! Though I've actually heard that if I'm really lucky and I pay $50 on eBay, I can get any great one I want. Oh shit, everyone's here. What's up, Gunsmoke? I can get any great one besides a fox. I'm scared of trying fox. That's why I'm crew grinding for fox. Yeah, I know. She added everyone because she's a horrible friend. Thank you, Caitlin. What's up, Gunsmoke? I'm still kind of in the feeling out process of Tahr. Or I've maybe got 4 or 5 zones that work. And then I'm trying to bring that number up. But why do they call me Graves? Well, it's a series of long, vaguely familiar but interconnected stories. Sniper! Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome, Chase. Now, the reason I'm doing Tahr on Tay has nothing to do with Tay being an easy map and everything to do with the fact that I'm extremely easily distracted by everything else on Sundarpatan. Like, if I'm on Sundar, I'd rather be hunting tigers or leopards. Okay. I don't believe there are any Tahr here. At least right now. I consider way easier to herd manage and better herd manage opportunities with a higher pop. Just needed HM to achieve the same time run of a fully managed type. I mean, that's fair. If... Oh, that's a level 2. No, I get that. The main reason, like I said, I get are two exactly. Land and welcome. My day has been fucking exhausting. I had some kids in the center for the after schools that were just demons. Like, we had our usual crowd in, which was good. And then we had just 2 new kids that were just horrible. Oh yeah, like every time I've tried, no, Marmot, they were the most entitled brats I've ever come across. Entitled to the point where one of them was upset that they weren't getting, like, because we like set out toast and stuff for the kids, that they weren't getting their toast fast enough. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Exactly. They weren't getting their toast fast enough, so they took the knife out of the Nutella jar and licked it and then put it back in the jar so no one else could have the Nutella. you can't even blame this on them being like young children because like they were all the way like 10 or 11 years old. Just to be a dick, I assume, Landon. Then at one point they took one of the pool cues and then hit the other entitled twat in the shin with it, and was like, as much as I'd like seeing that happen, I also don't want them breaking the fucking pool cues that I have to replace. Yes, I was, Smile. Because your name was really similar to someone that I had banned like the night before. Zaki, gotcha. Um, you know what, Landon? Out of respect for my position in Caitlin's stream, I'm not going to tell you who or why I banned them. Mostly because I think my boss is actively watching. And I like being a blue name. It makes me feel better than other people. That sounded arrogant as shit, didn't it? But they were being pretty fucking creepy. I'll tell you that much. Oh yeah, banned Spider. You kept trying to send elbow pics, and it was just kind of weird. Now, Zach, I had the problem with too many people were making me mod. Like, I guess I just had the reputation of being a reasonable hand. In like streams that I've like been to once, I've only stopped in to say hi, and they're like, "Oh, it's Graves, make him a moderator." And I'm like, "You really don't have to." To be fair to you, I don't think I've ever even been in an iBuy stream. I've never been that big on his content. Nothing against the guy personally. It just what I like watching Call of the Wild is to hunt everything, not exclusively great ones. Okay, I'm expecting to see some chamois. Wasn't really expecting to see nothing at the feeder though. Is it empty? It is empty. Oh shit. Honestly, I didn't think I'd win either, Landon, but I am loved by the grouse, so when Hazel spun, I was always going to win it, you know? I am going to attempt to back this week. I'm trying to set up my sleep schedule so I'll be awake for the whole time. Zach, how are Whitetail, Mississippi? Like, I constantly joke, and people are like, this game's too easy. I love Prime, but I have a hard time now passing out of my day. Exactly. And, like, Kevin, what you gotta consider is prime time starts at midnight my time. So I've usually been awake the whole day. I mean, not always, because I don't really work Friday. But I've been awake the whole day, and then at midnight, and then it's 7 hours. I agree, Marmot. I don't drink every prime time, though, Landon. Like, every now and again, I'll pour myself a drink because, fuck it, everyone's having a good time. But I really don't drink all that often. I think last prime time, the one that I won, I was a little bit more drunk than usual because my brother bought like a bunch of like Japanese liquor. So he bought this really weird sake. He bought rice vodka, which was strange as hell. He bought like this like Japanese whiskey that I cannot pronounce the name of. That was like rocket fuel. I took half a shot of that and I was seeing stars. Nah, Landon, I've seen plenty enough people drink themselves to death. It's not a road that I intend to run it down. Where's my XCK map? I think Poxy DM'd it to me. Um, Scroll past all the squid bullshit. Landon, how about you don't lie to me and tell me that you have self-control with those Sharpies? Because, like, I know you don't. I know you double boost with those Sharpies. Okay, so I was checking here, and that makes sense why I didn't see them. So I guess I will pivot and check kind of this branch here. Yeah, Kevin, that's entirely valid. I never started drinking, really, because I know I come from a line of people with extremely high tolerance. When they changed Mountain Coast, Silver Ridge, almost my number 2. It's still number one, but why are most of them in the valley and not on the mountain? They need the. It's why I only hunt mountain goats on ASCII. They're so much more fun on ASCII. I hate hunting them on SRP. I still really need to get a trophy mountain goat. I've never shot a diamond or rare mountain goat. I think also what helps me just avoid drinking, Kevin, because it's not like I'm like, oh, I don't drink, or as I really do not like the taste of beer, like at all, and that is the majority of what people drink here. Why do they have an albino if they're all white? 'Cause it's kind of funny. I'm not really familiar with it, but like I'm not really big on like the hoppy flavor or anything like that, or a lot of it's like really bready, and I suppose yeasty is the better word, and I just can't stand it. Like if I'm having a drink, more often than not, I'll either have some cider or I'll mix a cocktail because I'm not super big on straight alcohol. But like I'd sit and nurse like the same old fashioned for like 2, 3 hours. Jack Daniels, whatever I haven't had. Funny enough, I really enjoy whiskey, but Jack Daniels just doesn't. It just doesn't agree with me. That is a dope ass find. Kind of surprised the pigs didn't eat it. It's like I'm the type of person like if you put something strange in front of me, I'm gonna try it. Especially if I cannot read or understand the label on the bottle, I'm gonna try it just to say that I have tried it. Jack Daniels is like the only liquor I've ever tried that has made me heave. Can't explain to you why. It's not that it tasted bad or it burnt too bad, it just didn't agree with me. So do you raise pigs for meat, or is it like a prize ribbon situation? Honestly, I get that. I think the drunkest I get in the year is I get completely and totally shit faced on New Year's night. See, I've wanted to raise livestock, but I really don't have the space for it at all. Because I'm really big on the idea of knowing exactly where all my food comes from. Like I don't really do fast food anymore. If I haven't cooked it myself, I don't really want to eat it. Not a lot at all. Like like I live in a suburban house. And even then my backyard is tiny. Buy meat at the stores. My family runs a butcher shop. I get all my beef from there. We butcher our own pigs, whatever we hunt for. Exactly. Like I don't. I exclusively buy all my meat from like a local butcher entirely because I know where those animals are raised. They're not like imported animals. No, I don't even have room for chickens. But around September time, I go to Scotland on a duck hunt, and then whatever I shoot usually means I'm eating duck for the next month or so. Blaze, welcome to the stream. Mission coops have built-in runs. You know, in my back garden, I do not have 20 square feet. Like, there's just about enough room for the dog kennel, the place where I keep my tools, and the bins, and that's it. Okay. This might be a decent spot to set up for the Tahr. Yeah, it's not like apartment small, but for like a house in this area, I have a tiny, tiny backyard. I actually don't especially hate this. Funny enough, Marmot, I don't think I can actually step foot on US soil. kind of, but accidentally, right? So, I was born in the U.S. I was born in Huntington, West Virginia. But family circumstance and all that, my father being a piece of shit, you've heard the daddy issues a million times. We moved back to my mother's home country, which is here in Ireland. But anyway, long story short, I only lived in the US till I was like 4. I moved back here, and then whenever I turned 16, I got a letter from the IRS saying I owed taxes. Make of that what you will. I, however, have never paid them any money. I never intend on paying them any money. And something tells me if I were to step foot on a plane in the US, I'd be arrested for tax evasion. I'm just gonna pick you up because you're an easy shot right now. But how am I gonna set this place up? Is there only one chamois up there? Yeah, and then there's that small Tahr. I don't know if this is a good spot to set up on. There's not really a herd here. Here's the thing, right? I looked into that. And to revoke US citizenship costs $2,500. I don't have that. Oh, yeah. Because, like, as soon as I received that, it might be more right now, for all I know. As soon as I received that letter, it's like, oh, you owe taxes, U.S. federal government, this, that, and the other. Which, by the way, like, if I have a social security number, I don't know what it is. Like, because, like, never in my, like, sentient life have I lived in the States. So, like, I looked into it, and it was $2,500. Which, like, I'm doing half decent for myself these days, but at the time, that was, like, triple the most amount of money that I'd ever seen in my life. It isn't my place to judge what a country spends its money on. Especially when my local government spent the guts of £1 million installing a bike path onto a hill that no person in their right mind would try and ride a bike down. This hill is about 150 feet vertical, right? And like the slope is at like a 45-degree angle. Yet most of our roads that local government officials don't live on are filled with potholes. They cut funding to youth services again. Hell, they cut funding to medical services again. I mean, that's fair. Most of the US's infrastructure is built on the idea of you having a car. So for someone like me who can't drive and hasn't attempted to drive, kind of leaves you in a bit of a shit state. I heard Tahr calls from over here. Okay, so there's just that level 2, is there? I don't know if it's worth setting up here or if I should keep looking across the mountain, like down this way. I think I'm going to check out further down the mountain before I work out where I'm going to go. With no pothole. I mean, to be fair, Marmot, relatively speaking, my country is a single fraction of a size of most of your states. So, like, yeah, it's walker friendly. Sorry, I'm also eating ice cream while I try and talk. My apologies on that one. I mean, I'm sure there's some private roads that don't have any potholes. Because our country's like 50 to hell, Alaska is a third of the size of the rest. I mean, yeah. It kind of boils down to a joke that I really like. I can't remember where I heard it. But the joke follows the structure of there were roughly 300,000 Irish that immigrated to the US during the Great Famine and beyond, right? Roughly 300,000. That number has changed since then, sure, but we're going to ignore that. And the year I heard this joke, it was 2016. So in 2016, over 300 million Americans identified themselves to be Irish or have Irish lineage. And I don't know about you, but we're good. I don't know if we're that good. Also, for the two that joined and subscribed, I don't know who you are, but thank you. Even more fucked than yours, since the school system has been handed over to the Department of Labor. Hold on. YouTube isn't letting me see that full. Oh, there it is. Department of Labor, no longer the Department of Education. I mean, the rest of the world has been making fun of the American education system for a long time. It's not surprising that they forgot that they had an education system. But this does let me serve as a gentle reminder. Gentle reminder, ease up on the caps lock, please. And this is a place to vibe, hang out, make fun of the fact that I can't find a Tahr to save my fucking life. One of our rules here is we do not discuss politics. I do not care which side of the political spectrum you're on, your beliefs, or your politics. This is not the forum for political discussion. Same with religion. I don't care what your faith is, your beliefs, your devoutness. Just not here. Anyway, back to Tahr. Right, according to the XCK map, this area up along the lip of this lake should be pretty good for Tahr, but I'm not really seeing it. Maybe it's just the time. 8 a.m. might just be a shit time for Tahr. Oh, Marmot, thank you for subscribing. YouTube just notified me of that. Let's try a little later into the day. I've been having really good luck with them around this time. It's not a bad looking feral goat. I don't really see any Tahr up on that belt. I'll go up onto the hillside and we'll investigate this strip. See if I can locate any decent zones. It might legitimately get to the point where I have to consider looking on Sundar. So what's everyone's plans for the week? Fucking nothing, eh? Shit, I guess all the wind's out of the room. So there are at least Tahr up here, but I'm not entirely certain how many. Okay. You big, small? I mean, you're shootable. And to start, you wanna walk up on that ledge for me, buddy? You want to give me good shot at your heart? I make it quick, promise. There is a max weight meal up here. Probably a level 4, granted. Be nice if it was a 5 that didn't fucking troll. Anything? Hello? Mr. Tahr? Hello? Okay. There's that smaller meal. Don't really seem to be a part of a group. I believe that's a minimum weight meal. another shootable weight meal. So there is at least a herd of Tahr here. With a couple of shooters. So I suppose I kind of got to figure out like a line of attack. Okay, so he's there. Where are his butt buddies? Fleeing now. But fleeing from. Okay. There's the other three. Yeah, you come back to butt buddies. That is the art of deflection. So I'm guessing those are kind of old. Does he look red? Is he not a normal Tahr? Should I be shooting him? Dark red. Is that one of the rares? Where's my XCK map? Oh shit, that is one of the rares. Fuck did he go? He's not spinning with his friend. Oh, there's the four. Yeah, dark red, black, dark brown, and white are rare for Tahr. And then the only quote-unquote very rare fur type is albino. Yeah, red, brown, straw, and light brown are the commons. Tell you what, I actually kind of like this area. I want to see if I can make it work. Fuck you mean deploy in an open space? There we go. There's that 4, so I'm at least aware of where that max weight is. So if this is here, I want a good shooting range on it. That's the mystical 4. So I want a shot on it from at least 100, 150. Because the Tahr spook so fucking easy that it's not all that funny. Alright. About here works. for where I want to put a tripod. So that means I want to put a tent even further out than this. So realistically, I want to have the tent like a minimum of 300, 250, 300 away from the feeder. Be dope if I could just fucking install a ski lift and then I could just go from this outpost. This fucking guy showing up in my stream on the back of a Sea-Doo looking like a Canadian bastard. What's up, Chip? I am doing my best to unwind from an extremely shitty day. So to get over that shitty day at work, I am shooting goats on the side of a barren ass hill. Nah. It's what I get for working in the volunteer sector. You know what they say, never work with children or animals. In my line of work, I tend to think the children are fucking animals. But you'd get that, you're a teacher. How you been, Chip? Unfortunately, it's not alcoholic, it is just a Coke. I instructed adults, but some act like animals. There's no alcohol in the house that I want. To the DR? Driving range? Dominican Republic? Oh shit, look at you, you fancy motherfucker. Fucking big Chip with the bleach white tan and the Sea-Doo. Look at him go. Fucking 10 nights down Dominican. That's why they call him Big Money Chip. You know, every one of those umbrella drinks, $500. Goddamn right it is. Could you not? Completely whiff. Oof. I feel like I might have to bring that tripod a little bit further back. To maybe about here. Ish. Do I have the weight to kind of bring it back a little bit? There we go. That should be better. Chip, there's no need to be so humble. We all know you're a high roller. I know the feeder is still. Oh, that's why. 'Cause the game didn't tell me that it was. Is it bugged? Nope. It's just being strange. Nah, Chip, look, there's no need to be so humble, okay? Like, what most people don't know is last year Chip actually became the silent owner of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Mm-hmm. He actually owns 1/3 of all of the houses in Quebec. And those are just for his pocket square collection. Exactly. Look, I figured, you bought them as like, how like people with, what's the best way to put this? People who lack the ability to make good decisions buy project cars that are just ratty, just the worst, right? And you buy it as like a fixer-upper that you're never really gonna fix, but you like to look at. I figure that's why you bought the Leafs. And it's totally not because that's the first Canadian hockey team that sprung to my mind. They're a write-off, not a fixer-upper. I reckon sometime this year you're probably gonna buy like the Montreal Canadiens. Fucking hate night hunting, but it's the best time I've found for these tar feeders. For a new t-shirt. Funny enough, I found a t-shirt company that sells a shirt that says, and I quote, "I would drop kick a child for a Dr. Pepper," and I feel like that's the kind of t-shirt you're in the market for. Snuffed them. You know, I've never been a fan of cream soda. I don't like how it's like anti-carbonated. And actually, I would commit felony assault for a Dr. Pepper right now. This Coke Zero is not hitting the spot at all. But like, do you know what I mean? How it has like negative carbonation? I was really hoping you'd be entirely black. But, big level 4. Let's see if this new spot is gonna work out. Ayo to... Oh, I really wish you'd be all black. I was hoping you'd be entirely black. You know what? There's a joke that I want to make, but I'm not gonna make. But like, recent Call of the Wild community drama has made that joke rather funny. Not gonna make it, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. if you're really interested, Chip, I could DM you some of the details, but eh, it's it's probably not safe for me to. Holy shit, that is a lot of meals. What the fuck, bro? Also, why do the Tahr walk when they? Yeah, you could likely find it. And then why the fuck do the Tahr walk when they eat? Like, stay still, my mans. Let me trust you. I reckon if you're really curious about exactly what I'm talking about, you can find it in Nate's general chat if you scroll for a bit. But that's all I'll say publicly on the matter. It pray tell could be. Because there's multiple level 4s in this area. But why are they not choosing the feeder? He chose the feeder. Look at that stand-up guy who chose the feeder. I believe that's a straw, Tahr. If I can take him, I'm gonna try. If I can get him to turn around one more time, I'm gonna take him. I don't want you. Yeah, you're the one that I really want here. Will say it's been fun to watch this particular drama play out in real time. Usually I'm only hearing about it afterwards. Bucks, welcome to the stream, man. Glad we could have you. I hope my goat hunt doesn't bore you too much. Okay, this wasn't the dark red. I don't know where that dark red has gone. This wasn't him. I do have 2 dead goats. Actually, now that I'm thinking about drama, Caitlin, when's the next time you're doing Sims? I want to watch the next episode of Keeping Up with the Weezers. Holy shit, I am disturbingly close to 200 subscribers. What are y'all seeing me? I would love like a straw diamond Tahr. I think this might be my favorite fur type of them. Zach, welcome back. Could tag it back to like now. Like an hour back. So I still have a little bit of light. And just a little bit of light. Level 3 Tahr. Also level 3 Tahr. Oh, a 5. And he appears to be the straw for a type. I'm gonna be so and a big 4. Holy shit. If you're feeling washed up, what you could do. Oh, this doesn't super work if you're on PC, but I have found some legitimate servers on PC. Is hop into multiplayer and then just go for a wander. And just see if you can find something cool. Ah, a brother in blue. Yeah. I mean, technically I'm also on Steam, but my Steam account exists purely because I have friends that play Call of the Wild on PC, so it's like a level 5 account that I just go on, wander about, and chat shit. But my main account and what you're watching right now is on PlayStation. It's also why I don't have, like, background music or a banner or... Maybe after stream, I'll add you. If this is a diamond, we're going back to the lodge anyway. And that might crash the stream. So, hopefully not. Did we get vital blood? I don't know. I thought that was good shot placement. He was a fucking troll. Of course he was. I was a bit too far back. Oh, my lodge might crash your stream. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't take much to crash Call of the Wild on PlayStation, as you're aware. I might move this one. Unfortunately, it seems the straws troll a lot. I had 2 super rare before Dime Straw. Don't tell me that. This is the one that I want a diamond of the most. I think if I'm aiming for any of the great ones, I want the golden. Thanks for even stopping in, R-Dubs. I'll catch you later, buddies. Nothing there on the late zone. Might be a bit soon to get any respawns off of this one. If you don't mind me asking, where do you have your setups? Oh, you're on Sunder, so it wouldn't even make a difference. Alright, what kind of tar do we have here? Is there any males? Like at all? Only a female herd? Okay. It says the feeder's getting action, but I'm never seeing any tar up on that straight. Could actually maybe move the feeder somewhere a bit more flat, like down there might work. Or maybe over there. You're not even a half decent chamois, or I'd shoot you. Keeping in mind, our tripod is there. I need to set up a red deer grind, and it has nothing to do with rares. No, sorry, with great ones. In my lodge, there is at some point or another, EW deleted one of my trophies. It is a level 7 melanistic stag multi-mount that just is gone. Like, if I try and move it, the trophy gets deleted. Doesn't appear in the trophy manager, nothing. I mean, best of luck, honestly. At this point, I just want like a big level 7 rare red deer to replace him. I'd love a Lucy, but chances of getting that one are fucking tiny. I actually got robbed of a super rare red deer. It was on multiplayer. It was on a relatively fresh map. I go to the one of the out of the way lakes. I see a big red deer. Spot it. It was a piebald, level 9. Minimum score was 260. With the big rack. I shot him, hard shot him, dropped him on the spot. As I was walking over to pick him up, I get kicked from the server. I was fucking furious. Granted, like, I can't complain about being kicked. If I get host of a server, I typically kick everyone because I've had a lot of problems with people on ATVs and shit and just being assholes. Didn't know level 4 Tahr could be not max weight. Isn't that rather interesting? There was a Tahr calling. I can't seem to work out where from. I'm gonna wait until I can get a good shot on him. That wasn't a good shot at all. I don't actually think he'll die from that shot. Alright, he's going down from that one. Right, is this the dark red? No. Another red brine. I do not know where the dark red meal has gone. Another red brine. Where the fuck did the dark red go? So there's an argument to be made that I should have tracked it there and then when I realized it was rare. Yeah, fuck it. That's a 2, a 2, a 4. I think the 4 is probably the priority here. See, that was a good shot. If I can also take this 3, I'm also going to take the 3. Wasn't splitting a heart with that shot, but I'll take it. Fucking whiffed that. Ba 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 da da da. Ba 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 da. Da da. I don't want you. Little tiny female. You are not my type, no? Red brown, nice 4. Easy lungo. Red brown, liver. I can't be mad at it, no I can't. Yeah. It's getting kind of late, isn't it? What time? I'm finding like 1700 to 8 p.m. is working really well for them. Some people might have better odds during the morning, but it seems like my Tahr are particularly peckish around fox drink time. Why, you interested in doing Tahr yourself, boss lady? Who knows, they might give up the goods easier than that fucking bird. How very dare you? Look, man, you know, you've had better results with antlered species, is all I'm saying. And also foxes, weirdly enough. There has to be a reason the Tahr just aren't using this feeder. Maybe if I put it like right there in that valley, they might come to it, or there. But they just aren't taking to it here. I'm not certain why. Or rather, they are taking to it, they're just taking to it in cover, which isn't great. Because, like, there are Tahr in this area. They're just being picky, and I don't like it. And I want them to stop. God damn it. That should be far enough from the tent. A little baby male. A tiny little baby male. With a possible other male. I feel like I need to rework this. Oh, there we go. You are much more in line with what I want. And that's why you're dead. Fucking 199. Stop subscribing. I don't deserve this. Okay. Let's see. Got a nice clear view of that spot. What the hell am I gonna do for 200 subs? Do you think this is a bit too close? Unless I set the feeder up on that hill instead. I actually have a far view from here. Yeah, 'cause the tripod's over there. That's a really clear sight line at about 200. Moving that feeder over there was certainly the right call. And dead in the valley. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick this Tahr up, check one more zone, and then I'm gonna call it for the stream. As I'm trying to conserve my energy this week for primetime trophies on the Old Man Rum channel on a Friday night. Because I intend to win 2 weeks in a row. That being said, anyone that is here, not only do I thank you for being here, but my friend Pickle is also live at the moment. He is playing NASCAR with Old Man Rum and also, I believe, R-Dubs and some of the other Shield Wall members. So if you want to go check him out, the link is in the chat. Interesting how there's Tahr down in here. I might legitimately move my feeder that's here down into this valley. They're just not taking the bait there. Sometimes I've had them like during the daylight. Up around this way. Nothing. Oh, some chamois. A lot of chamois, actually. Any chamois worth of salt? Chamois shake and bake? No. No Tahr. Gonna get that. The chamois are fucking atrocious for eating up on a feeder. Like, I'll think I've located a decent Tahr zone, and then it's just 4 herds of chamois. Which I suppose is kind of good, because I do need a trophied chamois. I've never taken one. But at the same time, you know, man. Yeah, sorry, Lou. Yeah, but didn't you shoot that when they weren't uncommon? Like, isn't that a thing that you shot when, like, they were pretty common? Oh, shit. See, that's when most people got their super rare chamois. Is when they were, like, drinking... Oh, no. My apologies. It was the melanistic ones that were over-spawning. Level 2. Fucking chamois, piss off me feeder. Yeah. I got Call of the Wild the week they fixed Chamois. Oh, he's just gonna fuck off. Who told him? Which one of you fuckers told him? I'm actually gonna check this zone during the morning. It's been a good... What about the overspawning Mela Euro rabbits? Never seen one. I have never seen one. It's like I didn't have Call of the Wild, or at least I wasn't aware enough, like when Axis deer were overspawning. So like everyone had super rare Axis deer. Actually still fairly decent. When they're moving. What about this zone? During the morning time. The only non-rare I have now is they made brown hybrid rare. So I technically have a super rare, not super rare goose. Fucking hell. Well, respawns oh. You good? Fix yourself? You fuckers didn't want to go to the feeder, or just gonna be a bitch about it? Yeah, he's got a hard on for the boulder, you know? Kind of annoying that there's like a feeding zone for Tahr, like a red rocket Tahr. I have no idea where that rare Tahr went. That dark red, by the way. He has just vanished. I have a suspicion he's one of the ones that are feeding, like, right there on where I have the tent. And I might need to, like, adjust my angle of attack to get him. Yeah, red, brown. Brown. I think maybe, just maybe, if I come in from this side and set up a feeder situation around here instead of this direction, I might be able to get that dark red. Did I melt a chamois? Is it just the dark brown chamois? It's just the dark brown chamois. Are all of you level 2s? he was a level 3, but he's gone. Right. 2.5 hours isn't bad for a Groove stream. How the fuck are you only... Go and piss off. I suppose with that, we adjusted some zones. We got trolled. We technically found a rare. It's somewhere in this range. All in 2.5 hours? I'd say that's good progress. That being said, I'm tired as fuck and I intend on staying up really late on Friday night. Oh, and also Saturday night. Oh, shit. Ladies, gentlemen, Caitlin, I have been Graves. This has been Call of the Wild. Thank you, and good night.